Hi, I'm Mike with Morgan Inspection Services. In this video, I want to talk to you about how to get the most out of your home inspection, what to expect, how to think about the inspection results, and how to use the report once you receive it. It's important to expect that problems will be found during the inspection. Even in a decent house, it's not unusual to see 20 or so deficiencies listed on the report. There is no perfect house. Especially in older homes, some level of wear, aging, and minor deficiencies should be expected. A home inspection is not a code inspection. However, many of the items inspectors evaluate are related to safety standards that are reflected in current building codes. Because of that, it's very common and very normal for older homes to have issues simply because codes have changed since the house was built. Those conditions don't necessarily mean that something was done wrong at the time the house was built. They often just reflect the age of the home and the standards that were in place when the home was constructed. That's why context matters, especially when you're reviewing an inspection report on an older home. If I inspect an older house, it's very likely that I'd find many, if not most of the same deficiencies on the majority of homes in that same neighborhood. This is very common. And those common age-related issues are usually not the ones that you should be most concerned about. The one exception to the no perfect house rule is a new construction home. Even then, a new house isn't truly perfect, but it's the only situation where you can reasonably expect very few, if any, deficiencies. And in a new build, it's not unreasonable to expect the builder to correct essentially every issue found during the inspection. As a house ages, issues develop. That's normal. A home inspection also is not a pass or fail test, and it's not the inspector's job to tell you whether you should or should not buy the house. The inspector's role is to provide information about the condition of the home so that you can make your own informed decision. I once heard a real estate agent tell a client, the home inspector will find everything wrong with the house. And I've also heard buyers say things like, once I get the inspection report, I'll ask the seller to fix everything on the report. Neither of these is really how a home inspection works. A home inspection doesn't normally uncover every possible deficiency, and it's not meant to produce a repair list for the seller to make the house perfect for you. It's a tool that identifies conditions in the home. Many of those will be minor, but some may be more significant, and that information helps buyers make informed decisions. When you're reviewing the report, focus less on how many items are listed and more on which items are listed. Pay closer attention to deficiencies that are safety related, likely to cause water damage, structural in nature, or are potentially expensive to repair. Water is a home's worst enemy, so water damage is really a significant issue to look for. Minor maintenance items and typical wear are expected, especially in older homes. The inspection is about identifying risk and cost, not finding a perfect house. In many parts of Texas and in some other parts of the country, settling is a very common concern for buyers. It's important to understand that some amount of settling is normal and should be expected. Settling by itself does not mean the foundation is bad, and it doesn't mean that the house is going to fall down around you. The key is understanding how much settling is present and what it means, not simply reacting to the fact that settling exists. That's where an experienced home inspector can provide you with context and guidance. Don't let a small amount of normal settling scare you away from an otherwise good house. One of the best ways to get the most out of your home inspection is to communicate directly with the inspector. If you're able to attend the inspection, it's often helpful to be there at least towards the end so you can walk through and talk through the findings with the inspector. Some inspectors prefer that clients attend the inspection from start to finish. Others may suggest coming only at the end for a summary discussion. Either approach can work. What matters most is having a chance to talk with the inspector, either face-to-face or over the phone, so the results can be explained in context. That conversation can give you a much better understanding of the inspection than simply reading through a lengthy report on your own, which can feel overwhelming. Once the inspection is complete, there are a few questions that can really help you understand the results. One of the most important questions is, what do you feel are the most serious issues in the house? You can also ask which items are safety concerns, which issues are most likely to cause damage if they're ignored, and which items should be further evaluated by a specialist. Those questions will help you focus on what actually matters. It's important to understand that a home inspection report is not a repair list. The report documents conditions that were observed at the time of the inspection. It's not intended to be a checklist of items that the seller is expected to fix. It's not reasonable and it's not typical to ask the seller to correct every item noted in the inspection report. I don't get involved in deciding what should or shouldn't be negotiated with the seller. That's the real estate agent's job. But in my opinion, it is wise to pick your battles. Focus on what's truly important to address and understand that some items can be postponed or may not need to be addressed at all. It's not realistic to expect a seller to make the house perfect for you. Home inspection reports can vary quite a bit in length. Some inspectors write relatively short reports while others produce much longer reports. It's not unusual to see reports that are as short as 10 pages or as long as 80 pages. These days, a report in the range of 30 to 40 pages is fairly typical. The length of the report by itself does not tell you whether a house is good or bad. A lot of that length comes from photos, explanations, and documentation. A home inspection isn't there to scare you, it's there to give you information so you can make informed decisions. In my next video, I'll talk about some things to consider as you choose a home inspector and what to look for when you're deciding who to hire. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful to you. If it has, please click that like button down below. Also, I sure would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. That way you can be notified when new videos come out. Thanks again.